Hey everybody, welcome back. So it's 2:28, a little bit after the lunch hour, but we just not too long ago got back from church, and we're putting together lunch on Weight Watchers, or at least lunch for mom. So pretty much how I live my life is whatever I'm doing, the kids are doing, because it makes it very simple and simplistic to not try to do two separate meals. I just don't have enough time for that, nor does that work into my budget. So what I'm doing, the kids are doing. One of the things I do really like about Weight Watchers is I'm really able to eat any foods that I want to eat if I keep in mind that all foods have point values and I only get a certain amount of points per week. As a general rule, I try not to dip into my weekly points. On Sunday, so today is Sunday, I ended up with 31 weekly points. I'm still at 31 points. I have not lost any more weight. And I have 42 weekly points. Now, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I was at a work conference out of town. And let me just tell you, it was not Weight Watcher friendly. And so you just have to do the very best you can. You know, there was a lot of breads and grains. And it's either eat it or don't really have a lot to eat. And then we were on an island. So everything pretty much on the island is closed. So there's not a lot of food options. So I had to do the very best I can. But anyway, I got back home yesterday. I got back home Friday night. We went to family share night. And Saturday, all day yesterday, we were out at the tournament, Taekwondo tournament. Just FYI, my son took home 2 firsts and 1 third. He got first in kata, which is his forms. He got first in sparring, which I wouldn't want to fight the kid. And he got third in his weapons. And sister got first in kata and second in sparring. So they did very well. We came home with 5 trophies. We were very excited. Sister did not do weapons because she is still a beginning belt. Once she moves to green belt, she will then train in weapons. Jackson is a blue belt, so he's 2 belts ahead of her. So he trains in weapons. But anyway, back to lunch. So I'm going to put together a relatively easy lunch for me. And it's low in Weight Watchers points. So I've already had 5 points this morning. I'm still dealing with 26 points to get me through lunch, any snacks I want to have, and dinner. So we went to Walmart last night. We didn't do any shopping this week particular because I was out of town. But I did go to Walmart last night. We had to do dinner for one of the ladies in our homeschool group. We felt honored and privileged to be able to take her a meal. Help her family out. So I picked up a meal for them last night. Normally I would cook, but I didn't have time. So I picked up her a meal. Then I also picked up some of the Hebrews National hot dogs. Now I use iTrackBites to track my points. I don't use the Weight Watcher app because I'm not paying for Weight Watchers. And according to my app, 2 of these Hebrew National hot dogs, all beef hot dogs, is 1 smart point. I know somebody said on Weight Watchers apps it's 1 point per dog. But on my app, iTrackBites, it's 2 dogs for 1 point. So I'm going to go with that. Just gives me 1 extra dog. So, so anyway, then I went and I got these Nature's Own buns. This is 100% whole wheat buns. And for 1 bun is 3 points. So I'm only going to have 1 bun. 2 dogs, but 1 bun. So 1 on the side. And what I did also was I went ahead and put up I slapped a piece of duct tape on there because I didn't have any labels. And I just put the point values on there so I would know. It really ends up being about 1 serving size is that amount of points. So 1 bun, 3 points. This is a queso dip, a cheese dip. And this is the Tostitos brand. The generic brand was the same. So for 2 tablespoons, it's 1 point. Actually, the generic brand was 1 tablespoon for 1 point. So 2 tablespoons for 1 point is better. The spinach dip is 2 tablespoons for 2 points. I'm okay with that. We have the pretzel chips. This is the honey mustard and onion for 10 chips. That's 3 points. And then I have some reduced fat chips that are 4 points for 19 chips. And they're really small. So I'm making a choice between what chip I want to have. Okay, so let me put together my lunch. Oh, this is the chili that I use because some people might want to ask me. It's the Great Value. And for 1 tablespoon, it was 0 points. And for 2 tablespoons, it was 1 point. I'm not doing ketchup. I'm not doing mustard or anything like that, because condiments do give you points. So I'm going to refrain from the condiments. But I'm going to put together my lunch really quickly and just show you some options. And then I'm going to eat, because kids and I went to church this morning. We got our praise and worship on, and we feel really good. And now we feel really hungry, and my knee is still bothering me. I didn't work out this week simply because I was out of town 3 days. But last week I injured my knee, and I really think I'm going to have to go to the doctor. So that doesn't bother my ladies workout that I do at the gym. It simply bothers my taekwondo. So I think what I'm going to do is do all upper body work and just see what the doctor says about my knee. But I think I'm going to have to go to the doctor, because it's just not getting, the swelling is still there. It's up and down, but it'll just pain me every now and again. So I think I really did something bad in there. I'm not real sure. But all of the regular workouts I've been doing with the ladies, I'm fine, because we don't do too much lower body, and then my trainer can modify for me. So anyway, 1 bun, 1 dog is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this off. Now, most people would say, don't you grill hot dogs? Yes, you do. I don't have a grill, so I'm going to put them in this pan, and it's going to be okay. I'm from a small town, and we put our hot dogs in a pan, and it is really okay. All right, so now I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of the chili. So I'm going to use this half tablespoon, because I'm going to do the cheese with the other one. So I'm only doing, I'll just microwave this because we had hot dogs last night. So I'm not doing any new chili. And to this, I added in 1 whole onion that I sauteed and just added in some seasoning. So this is the chili in the can, plus I added in onion, a whole onion. So this is a half a tablespoon, and this is another half a tablespoon to equal 1 tablespoon. So I'm leaving that there. Now I get 2 tablespoons of this queso dip. So I'm going to do 1 on my dog, and then 1 on the side for my chips. So again, I like Weight Watchers because I can eat regular food as long as I remember there's a point value. So I've got this spinach dip that we really like. I don't eat this very often. It's very rare that we get this. But it wasn't too high in points, so I was okay. Okay, so I've got this. Let me just grab a spoon to get all of that out. Because if I'm counting the points, I want to make sure that I get all the points I can get. All the food I can get. Okay, so 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, and that's all I'm going to have of that. And the kids will fix their plates. That's why I'm leaving that stuff out. Okay, going to do 10 of the chips. These are the thin chips, thin pretzel crisps. So I'm going to do 10 of these, and I try to get the whole ones if I can, because if I have to pay for the points, I'd like to get as much food as possible. 2, 3, 4, and if they're broken, then I'll give myself let's see, that's 5, and I'll say 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now that doesn't look like the most healthy meal, so let me count points. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. 10 points. Now, I want to add in some things because I don't think that I'm going to snack much this afternoon. So I'm going to have a few more things on this plate. So what I'm going to do is, let me grab my trash bag. I'm going to have a cantaloupe. I got this at Food Line, 2 for $4, and cantaloupe is 0 points. So I'm going to slice this, and I'm just doing this on a paper bag. I'm in a plastic bag because then I can just toss it in the trash. And I will cut this whole thing up. So I got one cantaloupe. I'm going to pull out the flesh, pull out the seeds, and the nasty stuff that nobody wants to eat. Okay? All right. And that slurping you hear in the background, that's the puppy. She went out on a walk with brother, so they're back. And the kids are going to get their lunches as well. Have my handy dandy camera girl helping me today. Normally not her fave, but she's taking one for the team. Okay. So that's a fairly large slice. Nice. Normally I would have my cutting board over here, but I don't have it today. And since cantaloupe is no points, fresh, I'm going to do 2 slices. Okay. I'm just cutting this off the rind because I don't want to eat it on the rind. Look at that. I got my new watch on. My son got me for my birthday because he's awesome. He's out playing soccer somewhere today. Can't remember where he told me because we had to come home and let the puppy out, or we would have went out there and supported him today. We'll try to make it next week. He joined a little league, adult soccer league, because he loves soccer. He's loved it since he was in high school. He played 3 years. He didn't make the team 1 year, but he did play, and I think he played his senior year, and the game before senior night, he actually ended up having a ruptured appendix, had to have emergency surgery, and could not go to senior night. It was so sad. We felt so horrible for him, but we just didn't expect that. He just was feeling some kind of pain, and the next thing you know, I took him to the doctor's office. She's like, okay, go to radiology really fast. And radiology called the surgeon. He said, don't even stop by my office, because we were headed over to his office. And he said, don't even stop by the office, go straight to the hospital. So it ended up just being bad. But anyway, he's getting to relive those dreams of playing soccer, playing that soccer now. So he does extremely well. He loves it, so I'm proud of him. He actually came home. He took days off and stayed with the kids for me while I was out of town, because he's an awesome big brother. Okay. So I've got 2 big slices of cantaloupe. Counters are clean, I promise. And I'm doing 2 slices of the cantaloupe. I was going to do some cucumber, but I think what I will do is probably do the cucumber, because I have that spinach dip, and I do want to be able to eat it once the chips are gone. I'm only going to do a half of the cucumber, but at least it'll give me something else for a crunch. If you don't do chips, you can definitely do carrots, or you can do the cucumber. I do like carrots. I don't like peeling the carrots. Peeling the cucumber is not my fave. And you can do it unpeeled, but I do not like to eat the peeling. It gives you definitely way more fiber. And since I'm going to be using this with the spinach dip, I'm just going to slide those chips over and throw that on the plate like that. All right. So let me just get rid of my trash. Jackson, will you come help Mama? Trash helper, please. And I will leave those there, because I'm going to cut the rest of that up. Come and take this this one bag, lovely. All right. So over here, I just have a couple more options. If you want to do, we have some raspberries, so I'm going to take 3 of those, throw those on. I've got some blackberries. Come here, Bubba. Here's a bad one that brother didn't take out. What's wrong? Your feet? Were you running?
The way back.
Here, give her the she can have the cucumber peel. Just the cucumber. Here, baby. There you go. Okay, so I'm taking 3 of the blackberries. My son brought these home, so. And then I'm going to take a few of the blueberries. Just a couple, because I'm only going to eat, so much. And then maybe 1 or 2 of the strawberries. So here's what I'm saying if you're doing Weight Watchers. If you don't want to do the chips or the dip, you can have a side fruit salad, or you can have a side salad. You can take your dog off the bun and put it on your green salad if you just want to do it that way. So I'm adding in a couple strawberries, just 2 of those. And if you want to do the banana, which I do have a banana here, because I like bananas. So I am going to peel this and show you exactly what 10 points on Weight Watchers looks like. So this is 10 full points on Weight Watchers, and I'm still able to eat all of this food. And this is a side fruit salad that I probably won't be able to finish this meal, so I'll just finish it as a snack maybe in a couple hours. Nice. And with Weight Watchers, I'm probably eating every 2 to 3 hours, which before I was not eating. I maybe ate once a day. And a lot of people say, well, you only get 31 points. Do you eat enough food? My food choices determine my points. So fruits and veggies, if they're whole and raw, typically tend to be 0 points. I'm gaining points from some things, but in everything else, like I could have 3 or 4 servings of everything here, and then if I'm out of points, still for dinner, I could have cabbage, I could have coleslaw, I could have coleslaw without the, the mayonnaise and stuff. I could have broccoli or cauliflower, any of those veggies. Even if I cook them, I'm still 0 points. So anyway, this is my 10-point Weight Watchers lunch. 3 points for the bun, 4 points for the, 4 with the dog. The cheese is 5. This is 8. And then the spinach dip is 2 points. So that's 10 points. Because I got 2 tablespoons of the cheese was only 1 point. So let me go over it again. 3 points for the bun. 1 point for the dog is 4. 2 tablespoons is 1 point. That's 5. The chili was 0 points. This is 3 points for 10 chips is 8 points. And then 2 points for the what did I give myself? 2 tablespoons of the spinach dip was 2 points. The side fruit salad was 0 points. So that's 10 points for our lunch. So anyway, I just wanted to show you what a 10-point Weight Watchers lunch looked like. Thank you so much for joining us. Feel free to give us a thumbs up if you like what you saw. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so you never miss any videos. We're so thankful that you follow us. And until next time we eat, bye.